So the narcissist is really easily to spot when they are in your physical field, right? They need your attention. If you don't give it to them, they get angry, they get mad at you, and they constantly need validation. And they can hurt you energetically, physically, that you have pain in your body. I remember being in a relationship for a while with a narcissist, and I woke up and I felt like a train just hit me. I felt like my body was aching, my head was aching, I had pain everywhere. I felt so drained, tired, and exhausted, and I didn't recognize that. Well, I probably did recognize it came from him, and that's. I mean, obviously they can hurt you physically, but they can also hurt you energetically, physically. That you will have physical pain uh, due to how they treat you, and that's a clear warning sign from your body that something is really off. But however, they can also, if you are highly sensitive and you take on other people's energy, even if you leave the narcissist, they sucked so much blood and life force and joy and happiness out of you already that you still might have symptoms of headache and pain and feeling like super depleted and tired and drained and exhausted. If they are demonic and are into witchcraft, it gets really, really dangerous because when you are around them, it feels like your soul is dying, and parts of your soul is dying because they take it from you. They actually take your soul from you, your life, your happiness, your joy, your aliveness, you loving life, you enjoying, you being able to love everything. And the thing with empath is if we don't recognize that, and if we are not walking or running away as fast as we can, um, because we think we can heal them and fix them and rescue them and change them, maybe, or just because we think sometimes we're just even confused because the abuse is so obvious and the manipulation is so obvious and the craziness is so obvious that we're constantly confused of how little those people reflect themselves and instead project onto others their insecureness. Sometimes it's so obvious. Like once I would get myself some food out of a fridge and the narcissist was sitting on the table eating, and they asked me, do you have an issue, do you have a problem, do you want to talk about it? And I'm like, in a million years I'm not talking to you about my issues. And second of all, I'm just eating is not eating is part of human life. Eating does not mean you have an issue. That's their projection. And this person was like, do you have an issue, do you want to talk about it? And I'm like, what do you mean? And she's like, yeah, instead of just shoving it down your throat, you can talk about it. And I'm like, are you that blind to see that you're sitting here eating and judging me for getting ice cream, judging others and projecting onto others? It's great. Like, it's great. It's so crazy sometimes. You're just constantly confused with psychopaths and narcissists, and it's so obvious, and there's no way you can like talk about it and just leave and don't engage as soon as possible. So if these people are into, like, if these people are satanic and demonic and stuff like that exists, I saw it with my own eyes, how people are like empty vessels, completely soulless, completely shallow, like there's nothing in them, no soul, no heart, no light, no love for anyone but themselves, and that's not love. And get like leave them as soon as possible, because if they are demonic and into witchcraft and voodoo bullshit, I mean, it already takes so much effort to get out of abusive, toxic, narcissistic relationships. But if people are into like witchcraft and dark magic, they do that from afar. Like, even if you leave them, they do something to your soul, to your body from the distance. That's what happened to May. And from the distance, they will still steal your soul, or like curse you to have bad luck, and like set voices into your head. And of course, if parts of you resonate with that voices, it works. But if part of you um, doesn't resonate, like, you have to fight against these voices. But it's because even if you leave them, you're still depleted. Like, it took me weeks, maybe months, to get over the narcissist relationship, because you feel like your light just got stolen, your soul just got stolen from you. And you, as an empath, you have great intuition, and you spot it right away. And if you spot it, don't wait too long, just leave them as soon as you can.